It all starts like a normal rainstorm. People step out without fear, open their umbrellas, and rush about their business. The first drops fall on the pavement, and a second later, the surface begins to bubble and darken. Metal hisses. Paint peels off cars in streaks. Those who didn't manage to find shelter feel a burning sensation on their skin. It's not rain. It's a warning no one understood in advance. The drops leave burns. Small, but instantaneous. The skin turns red, clothes are burned through. People run, fall, scream. The rain doesn't pour, it attacks. The pain comes faster than awareness. In minutes, the streets are empty, as if the city has died. From that moment on, the rain ceases to be a part of nature and becomes a direct threat to life. Ordinary umbrellas dissolve within minutes. Plastic flows, fabric tears, metal crumbles. People understand, the protection they've relied on for decades no longer works. Everything that once protected from the rain is now useless. Even the roofs of buildings are slowly beginning to crumble, as if time has sped up tenfold. People are hiding anywhere, in entryways, under bridges, in shopping malls. Roofed spaces are becoming the most valuable places on the planet. Those caught outside too far from shelter suffer severe burns. For the first time, the world is divided not into countries and classes, but into those under roofs and those remaining under the sky. Walks disappear as a phenomenon. Parks are empty. Playgrounds rust. Roads are used only in extreme cases. Any movement outdoors becomes dangerous. People lose the basic freedom of simply going outside. The sky turns from a symbol of freedom into a source of constant threat. Massive construction of canopies begins. Streets are covered with transparent domes, walkways are connected by tunnels. The city is gradually moving under a roof. Architecture changes. Instead of open spaces, there are corridors, galleries, protective shells. The city no longer grows upward or outward, it closes in. Cars are corroded by acid. Glass becomes cloudy, bodies crumble. Planes no longer fly, the rain corrodes the skin. Trains come to a halt in open spaces. Travel becomes rare and dangerous. People remain where they were when the first rain fell, as if glued to their shelters. Shops, markets, and warehouses are moved inside protected areas. Everything that can't be covered disappears. Prices rise. Roof space becomes the new currency. Square meters are valued higher than gold. The economy is rebuilt around safety, not comfort. Forests die. Leaves scorch, tree bark cracks. Fields turn into scorched earth. Animals, unable to find shelter, die en masse. The ecosystem collapses silently, without a cry. For the first time, man sees how nature loses to the elements it itself created. Agriculture becomes almost impossible. Open fields do not survive. Crops perish. Food becomes more expensive. People start growing crops in domes and underground farms. Food becomes a strategic resource, over which conflicts arise. People see the sky less and less. Children grow up without knowing what ordinary rain looks like. Society becomes withdrawn and anxious. Indoor spaces are overcrowded. Personal space disappears. The psyche begins to break down, not from acid, but from the constant feeling of being trapped in a world. People appear who know how to go outside. In protective suits, for limited periods. They repair, deliver, explore. They are considered both heroes and madmen. Each of their returns is a small victory over the sky. The sky no longer inspires. It frightens. People stop looking up. Romance fades. Stars are visible only through filters and glass. Humanity loses its emotional connection with nature, replacing it with safe copies. Over time, streets lose their meaning. They become closed corridors, technical zones, dangerous voids. The city no longer has an open center. It becomes a network of connected shelters. Architects design not buildings, but survival routes. A simple walk from one house to another turns into a complex logistical operation. Separation arises. Those who live deep within protected zones hardly see rain. And those who are forced outside for work. Their skin is scarred, their lives are shortened. Society accepts this as the norm. Danger becomes a profession, and risk a duty. National borders no longer correspond to maps. They run along domes and protective zones. Those with resources build gigantic shelters. The rest survive in fragments. Politics boils down to one question: who controls the roof over the heads of millions of people? When the rain lasts long, the world falls silent. There are no birds. No wind. Only the sound of drops corroding the surface. This silence is more oppressive than noise. People learn to distinguish its shades, understanding by the sound how dangerous the rain is today. Monuments dissolve. Old buildings lose their form. History is literally washed away from the surface of the earth. Archives are moved underground, the past becomes fragile. People understand, if the rain does not stop, there will simply be no trace of the former civilization. The sun is rarely seen. When the rain stops for a few hours, people go out as if to a holiday. The light hurts the eyes. The skin feels warm, like something forgotten. These rare hours become the most precious moments of life. New beliefs arise. Some consider rain a punishment. Others a test. Still others believe it cleanses the planet of people. Temples are built underground. Prayers are addressed not to the sky, but to its cessation. A new generation grows up under domes. They fear the open sky. For them, rain is both a myth and a threat. They paint clouds as monsters. A world without a roof seems impossible to them, almost fantastical. Scientists are trying to stop the rain. They spray substances, build climate shields, launch technologies once considered madness. Every mistake costs cities. But there is no choice. Either humanity will change the sky, or the sky will destroy humanity. Underground cities grow. People go deeper and deeper. There is no rain, but there is no horizon either. Man survives by sacrificing his sense of the world. The planet's surface becomes a hostile shell, visited only when necessary. Over time, fear dulls. People stop dreaming of clean rain. Acidity becomes the norm. Society adapts even to nightmares. The most terrible thing is not the rain itself, but how quickly people get used to it. Humanity survives, but pays a price. The sky is lost. The open world has disappeared. All life is under roofs, glass, and concrete. And the main question is no longer whether the rain will end. But whether people will remember why they need the sky in the first place. Over time, the very concept of weather disappears. People no longer discuss rain or sun, they talk about the state of domes and filters. The sky becomes an abstraction, something out of textbooks and old videos. Those who remember the real sky feel a strange melancholy, as if they've lost a part of themselves, but can't explain exactly what it is. The upper world is officially declared a dangerous zone. Only robots and rare specialists are sent there. Abandoned cities slowly dissolve under the acid, turning into skeletons of concrete and rust. The Earth's surface no longer belongs to humans, it has become an experimental survival zone. Some life forms adapt. Plants and microorganisms appear that are unharmed by acid rain. They change color, structure, and smell. People watch them with alarm. Nature is learning to live without humans. And this is more frightening than the rain itself. Humanity has survived, hidden, and rebuilt. But a fundamental doubt remains: is such a life worth continuing? The world beneath the roof is stable, but dead. And every time drops of acid hit the glass, the question arises: did humans save civilization or simply delay its end?